Good afternoon and welcome into our Fast Cast in the Action 2 News newsroom. My name is Brittany Schmidt. I'll be taking you through some of the stories that we're following today to get you ready for the weekend, well informed as you head into your weekend. There's some weather to watch, so we'll get to weather in just a little bit, but we want to start off with some big news that we are following that's coming up next week and we're preparing for. So let's start with what's happening in Illinois. Let me pull up that video here for you. Oh, doesn't look like my video there is working, but we'll roll with the punches. So DNC, the Democratic National Convention, is getting ready in Chicago next week, so preps are underway. But today we had J.D. Vance in Milwaukee today. The senator is campaigning in Milwaukee. This afternoon, he gave remarks on crime and police deaths in Wisconsin. It's the second visit to our state this month. As you know, he is the Republican vice presidential nominee. He was in Milwaukee ahead of the DNC starting off next week, that 4-day event. Another story we are following today over in North Carolina, VP Kamala Harris making an appearance there today, talking about her economic agenda during her speech in North Carolina. She is expected to make a stop in Milwaukee next week, ahead of officially accepting the party's nomination on Thursday in Illinois at the DNC. We will have a crew there, Chief Political Reporter Jason Zimmerman, to bring you the latest. So we're following everything as Milwaukee and Green Bay and all of the state of Wisconsin remain a battleground state, a swing state. A lot happening in the political sphere, as always, here in Wisconsin. Another story that we are following and we're able to confirm, the Green Bay Police Department is considering moving its headquarters to the former Press Gazette building on Walnut Street. The price tag for the building and some nearby parking lots is $3.6 million. That's according to an item on Tuesday's agenda for the city's finance committee. $2.7 million of that cost would come from Green Bay's general fund. Part of the tentative deal would include the sale of Green Bay Metro Fire Station 1 on South Washington Street and Fire Station 3 on Shawano Avenue. As we've reported, plans are underway to build a new fire station at the former Badger sheet metal site on South Broadway. All right, one other story that we are getting new details on today about an armed robbery that happened in Grand Chute at the coin store. The suspect appeared in court today, so one person who works at the coin store did end up going to the hospital. So looking at security footage, police saw 32-year-old Bo Wastel entered the affordable rare coins on West Northern Avenue dressed in a wig. Officials say Wastel hit a worker with what they think was a pipe wrench and then ran away after allegedly stealing about $30,000 worth of coins. They also learned 2 others were involved. Police say tips from the community, from you, helped them identify the suspect. He told police that he and 34-year-old Corey Schmitz and 39-year-old Michael Thorpe planned the robbery together. The other 2 have also been arrested. We'll continue to follow this case and bring you first alert updates as we learn more. All right, let's head outside for a little bit. Let me pull up some of our cams to see what's going on around our area. Here we are in Appleton. Definitely some cloud cover. Almost looks like it might be raining there a little bit that I see on the camera. Here we are in Green Bay. Just looks a little foggy outside. And then if we head over to Shawano, looks clear there, just cloud cover. And then over in Manitowoc, there's actually some droplets of rain there on the camera. So let's bring in meteorologist Bo Fogel. He's joining us today. Tell us a little bit about the weather today and then what we can expect for this weekend, because there are a lot of outdoor events planned this weekend. So Bo, what's it looking like for us?
Well, we're beginning to see thunderstorms developing across northeast Wisconsin. We've been first alerting you about this for the past couple of days, and now it's starting to happen. It is a first alert weather day because of the threat of strong thunderstorms this afternoon into tonight. So far, we have not gotten any severe warnings, but there have been a couple of statements made for these thunderstorms, meaning that some of these thunderstorms have already started to produce a lot of lightning, some downpours, and possibly even some small hail. So you can see on First Alert Viper Max, a lot of thunderstorms popping up, very scattered. So some areas you're seeing some rain, some areas you're seeing dry conditions as you saw on the cameras. Looking at the First Alert Viper Max over the Fox Valley, you can see thunderstorms popping in. There's a pretty good sized cell just north of Chilton, moving to the northeast, as well as just south of Manitowoc and around the Wapaka area. So Shawano, you guys will probably start seeing thunderstorms in the next few minutes or so. And then looking up in the Northwoods, there is a couple of thunderstorms, mainly just north of Lakewood into Forest County. But again, these thunderstorms are moving to the northeast at a slow rate. So we're going to see more thunderstorms pop up in the next few hours, and some of these thunderstorms could produce some heavy downpours, some hail, and some damaging winds. So that's why we are still under a first alert weather day for the rest of the afternoon into tonight. So again, just wanted people to be safe out there. Flash flooding, I think, is going to be the biggest threat with these thunderstorms. Since these thunderstorms are moving so slowly, it could cause heavy rain, and a lot of rain could be dumped in a short amount of time. So just keep that in mind. If you see water on the road, please find a different route. Do not risk it. Looking at your pinpoint predictor for the next several hours, you see more and more thunderstorms will be popping up through the evening commute. So on your drive home, you will probably need to turn on your windshield wipers and maybe give yourself a couple of extra minutes in case you run into a strong thunderstorm. By about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, we'll start seeing the thunderstorms wrap up, and then tomorrow morning it will start out mostly cloudy, and then we'll see more chances of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Tomorrow's not as good of a chance of seeing heavy downpours or severe weather, but we definitely could still see some lightning and maybe some heavy rain from time to time. Looking at now through Saturday, it's still forecasted we could see anywhere between a half an inch to over an inch and a half of potential rainfall. So if we get downpours, that can definitely increase the rainfall amounts. Now, of course, there will probably be some communities that will get hardly anything, but there will be other communities that will get a lot. So it's going to be very sporadic, very unorganized. And then looking at your severe risk for this afternoon to tonight, we are still under a marginal risk for severe weather. And so again, hail, damaging winds could be a possibility for the next couple of hours. The tornado risk is low. I'm not concerned too much about tornadoes. Again, hail and damaging winds seems to be the biggest chance. And then by Sunday, we'll see mostly sunny skies. So Saturday, yes, it's not starting out very good. The weekend, we might start the weekend with some showers, but by Sunday, things get a lot better. So we just got to deal with some rain on Saturday. I know we got events happening in Algoma. We got events happening here in Green Bay. And so if you have any events planned, just keep an eye on radar. I'm not guaranteeing it's going to rain in your town. There's just that chance that we could see some showers and storms.
Sporadic and unorganized. Thank goodness we got you to track it all for us, Bo.
Yeah, no problem. It's my job. So.
All right. Thanks so much, Bo.
Thanks, Brittany.
All right, so some of the other stories that we're working on and you'll see later on in our show, so let me pull those up so you can kind of follow along with me today. At 4 o'clock, the alleged ringleader of a drug trafficking organization busted in Brown County appeared in court today for his preliminary hearing. We'll tell you what was discussed and the next steps for the nearly 30 charges he is now facing. At 4:30, as you know, and we talked about, big political week in the Midwest. We'll talk to Upfront host Matt Smith about all things politics to keep you up to date on what's happening in our battleground state. Tonight at 5, we have a consumer first alert for you, literally for anybody who's been shopping online recently, especially those who have been searching for tickets to concerts or events. Tammy Elliott has advice to help you recognize ticket resellers, look-alike sites, and of course, scams. And then tonight at 6, as many parents are well aware, back to school is fast approaching. The time is ticking away. It's a very busy time, and amid all the preparations, parents say at the top of their list is finding safe and affordable childcare for before and after school. So we'll look into a few options and give you some links for childcare resources as that clock continues to tick down. So those are all of the stories that we are following this afternoon to make sure that you go into your weekend well informed. We hope you have a very good weekend, but of course, keep your eyes to the sky, download our apps. That you've got the weather app, so you can kind of keep track of when you should go outside, when you should cut your lawn, all of those things. But thanks so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here next week.